Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Plan Explain. This time we're back on ACR. The Blitz pool started running up again, so I thought I'd jump back in and make another video for you guys. The pool's kind of small right now. It looks like there are only about 25 to 30 entries, so I'm hoping people play long enough for me to get some hands in, but we'll see what happens. So starting off straight into the thick of things, we got pocket kings on the left table. We're going to 3-bet, obviously, and ace-jack suited on the right. I'm going to squeeze as well. Okay, pretty good flop for the pocket kings. Just going to start with a small bet. I think I'm mainly going to barrel this one. I feel like there's a lot of hands that will call a turn bet that would check back if I checked. So I think I'm just mainly going to bet pocket kings here. I think checking sometimes is definitely okay though. And on the right with pocket eights, I'm going to call a 3-bet. Okay, pretty good flop with pocket eights. Moving back to the kings, just obviously tripling here for value. Snap call by ace queen. That seems kind of interesting to just snap call there. Pretty happy I just tripled instead of checking the turn. And with pocket eights, we open MP, cut off 3 bets. We face a large bet on the flop. I think I can call or raise. I'm going to call this time. Facing the big bet. Planning to check jam a lot of turns. Bit annoying on the 3 of diamonds. And yeah, pretty grim run out. I think I could like potentially block this river. I'm going to check this time though. Yeah, a bit unfortunate there. We didn't get a better run out. It's actually interesting if I raise flop, what he's supposed to do with his hand. He bets pretty large on that board, and if I raise, like he's drawing dead to most of my value, so imagine actually drawing dead to all my value, and he can't really improve. So anyway. Against a min bet, I think I will call one. And pretty good run out actually. Still just gonna check call. Sorry, check decide with the ace-5. No point in betting this hand on the river really. And no bluff from the 7-4, so I have a feeling this guy might be a recreational player. Hot start to the video, stacking someone in the first hand basically, and then flopping a set, although didn't end up being a large pot. All right, 7-6 suited. We are going to raise on the button, and king 10 off will defend our big blind. Seven six. I'm going to big bet the flop on 10-8-5. Take it down. King 10. Really good board for imposition here, and he checks back. So I think we have the best hand pretty much always, unless he has exactly pocket sevens or occasionally traps aces. But aside from that, we should be good. Pretty clear value bet on the turn for me. And going to bet brick rivers as well. Okay, we raised up queen 10 of spades on the button here. And this guy, like we saw earlier, could be a recreational player. So, hoping to play more pots with him. And just pure calling this, facing a 3-bet, pretty small 3-bet here. Just kind of interesting. Flop some back doors. Facing a check with queen 10. I think I'm going to mix this on the flop. The rolled pretty low, so I'm going to check this back this time. Don't want to get check raised, really, like, so many good turns for our hand. Ace king off on the other table, obviously 3-betting. And Jack 9 deuce rainbow is a pretty good board for the 3-better. So I'm going to continue with the c-bet. And with queen 10, I think we can go ahead and bet this sometimes. Just trying to get some like overcards to fold. And ace king here, just giving a pretty bad turn for us. Could bet sometimes with a diamond, but with our suits, I think don't really want to. I mean, ace of spades is pretty good, but king of clubs is really bad. So I think just check fold seems good. Right, on the right table, raise Jack 9 suited, MP, button flats. Fortunately, we get squeezed, nothing we can do. Okay, easy open, queen jack off. Again, potential recreational in the small blind. And pretty decent flop for our hand. This board, I'm gonna play a small bet on the flop. Turn completes some straights, so we need to be a little bit careful. It's interesting to get a big lead on this turn. Don't think this turn gives him a big enough advantage to do this. So, kind of a weird play. Easy call for us though. Obviously pretty bad for river. So I think it's pretty difficult for him to have enough bluffs here, and we're pretty uncapped. Like, we'll have a million straights ourselves, and we'll even have more queen 10 than him in this situation. So I think I'm just gonna fold. And like the queen of spades also blocks like some of the only potential bluffs he could really have there, unless he's just turning like bottom pairs into a bluff or something. Don't really know what he's up to there. So king 10 off, we raise in the cutoff, button flats, big blind flats. Multi-way, we need to be fairly careful, so I'm gonna start with the check and go from there. This guy's snap checked, he has the button clicked potentially, so I think we can safely assume he doesn't have a very strong hand. Therefore, I'm going to go for a thin kind of value bet on the turn. Okay. He couldn't have checked back faster, and then we face a min raise. Definitely not folding the turn, and okay, we pipped him. Went for some thin value on the turn there, but we had him beat. So it's an important showdown to see, because now against someone like that, I can make some pretty big deviations. Just seeing him show up with Jack 10 in that spot. Ace Jack suited, definitely going to 3-bet. Small blind cutoff. This guy also called very quickly. So just something to note. Pretty good board for us. Going to start with a small bet. He had more of a think this time and clicked call. Turn is not great. We don't block any 10x now. So I'm gonna check. We've also blocked some folds, so I'm gonna check. But he's planning on barreling a lot of turns. I think I just have to check fold, unfortunately. I definitely feel like, I don't know, I just can't really do anything with my hand. Okay, limp and an overcall. I am going to isolate the ace-4, get a snap call, and another call. Okay, never mind. I give up. Six five suited, standard open in the small blinds. And pretty good board for our range. Pretty bad board for our hand. Still think we can start with a small bet, especially with backdoor diamonds. Now I think diamonds are pretty bad, so I'm just gonna give up, and we'll go bet check bet with this hand potentially, if given the opportunity. Don't really want diamonds on the turn to barrel here because, oh man, this pot sucks. He just has a pair so often. I don't know. It feels mandatory, but I actually think this is probably not that effective. Rolled 100 here, so let's go ahead and 3-bet 6-5 on the other table. Yeah, so tempted just to give up there. I probably should. But anyway, I was saying on the turn you don't really want diamonds just because they're going to call a flop with diamonds and fold them on the turn. But anyway, 6-5 suited on the left, I 3-bet. I think this board is good enough to just bet pretty often. I mean, doesn't seem that crazy to just have some zero equity stuff in here sometimes. Like blocking 6s and 5s, not great, but he's gonna have a lot of like 7s, 9s, potentially some lower pairs and like under pairs, and then decent amount of high card floats that just have to fold the turn. Sorry, pocket 5s we raise, get min 3-bet by this guy. Decent flop. Okay, face him in bet. I'm just gonna call. Pretty good turn. Looks like he's disconnected. Holding up both tables, man. Come on. Okay, face a half pot turn barrel. I will call. It's gonna be tough for me to let this one go. Yeah, I'm just not gonna fold. There we go. Okay, 10-8. We checked on the flop. Pretty good flop for the big blind. Once it goes check check, I actually think just 2 overcards to the 7 that unblock all the king high, queen highs and stuff. Pretty good to just bet sometimes. When we have 10 high there, like, again, like I said, we have 2 overcards to the 7, so we can improve against those hands, but then we also can get like jack highs and queen highs and maybe even some king highs to fold. So pretty efficient bet. Facing a limp from under the gun. Gonna ISO a6 suited. Pretty good flop. Start with a small bet, especially multi-way. Just need to be a bit more careful being up against 2 ranges. Obviously with our hand we're pretty happy, but just want to be consistent. Unfortunately we get 2 folds. 10-8 suited. I don't. If we were heads up, I would call, but just playing this hand multi-way is probably not going to be that great. Okay, Queen 8 of spades, cut off first button, start with the check. Obviously we have a terrible hand. So I'm going to keep checking and then try and bluff the river. And pocket threes on the other table, also going to start with a check out of position. Queen 8, I think we have a pretty mandatory river bet now. We're just trying to get him to hold a hand like pocket fives. And that worked out. Pocket threes, check check on the flop. He checked back pretty quickly, so just something to note as well. I'm going to call 1 just because I feel like this guy's kind of up to no good. I think if he had a flop pair, he would have bet. Or if he did decide to check them, he would check them back again on the turn. So I feel like on the turn, he's basically saying it's a jack or nothing. That means this river is pretty good. My read was completely wrong. Pocket fives. Okay, pocket kings, face and open, and a 3-bet. We are pretty deep here, so just need to be a bit wary of that. Always an ace. Gonna bet small with my whole range here. And we take a 10. The pool's fairly small, so sometimes there's a delay between hands right now. It's a bit annoying, but all right, 10-8 off, bottom of range, open in small blind. Pretty good flop, open ender. Double Broadway's always going to be pretty good for small blind. I'm going to start with quarter pot bet. And on the right, I think I can actually just complete here. This guy's up to who knows what. We got punished. I don't know. I think my hand is too weak to call. Okay, Queen 9 suited, blind versus blind, just mainly calling. Really good flop for my range, but pretty bad for my hand. I'm gonna check this back, mainly maybe bet sometimes. Can maybe bet like half the time, I don't know. On the right with ace jack suited, easy 3-bet. Queen 9 on the turn ace, just going to continue checking. With ace jack suited, I'm going to start with a small bet here and see what this guy's up to. It's a pretty good turn. And queen 9, we just went for river bluff and got through. On the right with ace jack, I'm gonna keep betting small actually. All right, wish us luck. Queen 5, yes. I mean, this guy's just too erratic. I'm not gonna fold ace jack there because he can have worse jack X, and also like I would expect him to raise some flushes on the flop against my size. But I can't say I'm that surprised to see a flush, obviously, when he shoves a turn. But I think our hand is too strong for that situation against that player type. And we can always suck out, so there we go. Okay, with pocket 9s on the left, I will be calling this 3-bet. Looking for a 9. Doesn't always work. Expecting to face a small bet here and definitely peel the flop. 40-ish%, 35%. Anyway. Hit the post. We're hoping he checks and we somehow show down and win, but not that optimistic. But we do see a check. And I don't really think there's much reason to bet this hand on the turn. He is thinking about it. Check. What? I really don't know what to make of this. Aces with a heart? Seems... Maybe he had some like combo draw that was going for a turn check jam. That river to flush. I don't know. I'll have better hands there to call. I'm just kind of curious what he was up to. I don't think like my 9 of hearts is that helpful. I mean, maybe he has some like queen 9 of hearts, I guess, that could play that way, or I don't know. Weird one. Very suspicious. Hoping the pool isn't dying, but might be slowing down a little bit. As always, guys, if you have any questions about any of the hands I've played, please leave a comment, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Had a few interesting ones today, so far at least. Try and get a few more in, but if it is really slow like this, I'll probably just call it. But I really like playing against these two guys, so I'm gonna try this strategy out again where I ISO to 7. Alright. Or at least heads up this time. I think against Bruce, I'm happy to play a small bet on the flop. It's a really sad turn. Unfortunately, I feel like I must check. But hopefully it goes check, check. Think against pot. I have to let it go. I'm pretty sure I saw this guy limp the last few hands ago. So I'm going to attack him with a pretty loose 3-bet here. That is the flop we wanted to see. And I'm just going to start with a small bet. Like, typically this would be a really bad board for us, and I do a lot of checking, but against what I think is a recreational, I am just going to start betting, and don't need to go too big because he started the hand fairly short. I want to encourage him to float pretty wide. And keep betting on the turn, obviously. Probably just had some overcards. Alright, we face a half pot lead. Now that I know this guy is really up to no good, I'm curious about my queen jack fold at the beginning of the video, but I guess we'll never know. Obviously a great turn for us here. I'm just going to bet on the larger size and plan on value betting rivers. Okay, ace king suited on the right. Go ahead and cold 4-bet. Queen, queen, deuce. Not amazing for us. But we double block king. Actually, I mean, we double block queen X, so pretty good combo. And we unblock like potential floats. So this one's just gonna get triple barreled, I think, every time. Fortunately, we get it done on the flop, but I was prepared to die with that hand. Okay, ace king offsuit again. We'll raise it up on the button. I think I'm going to call it after these orbits just because the pool is slowing down a lot. I don't want you guys sitting and waiting in between hands too long. So hopefully we get a couple more interesting ones here. I think we're going to 4-bet again with ace king offsuit. Definitely mixing into flat here sometimes, but obviously 4-bet is good too. And call it off. Chop chop. Ace 9, I think this has to be a flop fold. No backdoor. 3-bet this guy again. This time we'll have Queen 9 hearts. And too weak to call a 4-bet, unfortunately. Where are the players? Come on. Guess that's it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Like I said, let me know if you have any questions, leave a comment, and hopefully I have an answer for you. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.